everybody, my name is Sophia and welcome to Daily Dictionary December, Day 1. Okay, so the word of today is Šoka. This is the romanization of it. This right here is what it would look like in the written language of this, well, language. Sho and ka, those two characters. So the literal translation of this word is to plant. However, this doesn't really work considering the culture that speaks it, which are, first of all, dragons. They don't farm, they don't plant, they hunt for their food from the forest. So they don't really plant things in the sense that we think of planting things. So let's kind of get into it a little bit. I have 3 definitions with a few different forms for each definition. So the first definition has 2 noun forms and 1 verb form. So the first noun form of this first definition is, it is the place where the buried bones of prey or food remain. So in this little world that I've created for myself, dragons have a post-meal ceremony in which they bury the bones of their prey in order to respect the sacrifice that creature had made for them, probably unwillingly. And so that's just kind of their way of respecting what they are taking in order to sustain themselves. And so in this context, the place where the buried bones of prey remain would be a mound of dirt. It could be where, the excuse that dragons make is that the bones fertilize the earth so that more things can grow in its place. So it could be a tree that maybe actually sprouted up because maybe the bones actually fertilize the ground. I don't know how gardening works. So yeah, it could be any number of things depending on how you want to do that. The second noun form of this definition is an empty hole. So obviously you have to dig, and when you dig you make a hole. So it's a fairly literal in that sense. And the verb form of this definition is to bury the bones of prey or food, and that doesn't really need any explanation. This is the verb form of this definition. Second definition has a noun form and a verb form. The noun form definition is respect for someone or something for a sacrifice that thing or person gave for another. So for instance, if a friend went out of their way to give you a ride home, you would have Šoka for them for going out of their way to give you a ride home. And that's essentially how that would work in that language. The verb form of this definition is to respect the sacrifice. So let's see if I can come up with an example of this. It would be something like, I Šoka you for giving me a ride home. So like, I love you for giving me a ride home. It would be, I Šoka you for giving me a ride home. Essentially. And the third definition I have has 1 form, the verb form, and that definition is to leave something behind so that another may flourish. So it's sort of, in a way, kind of legacy-esque, but not really. So yeah, those are the definitions that this word has. Very quickly, the reason that I chose these specific sounds to mean this thing is because of the sound that it makes, like when you have a shovel and you're digging in the ground. It's like as it's grinding against the dirt, and then as it hits a rock. So like Šoka. It sounded kind of digging-esque, which is essentially what this whole definition is for. So that was Daily Dictionary December Day 1. I hope you enjoyed. Probably not. I ramble a lot and I was trying to speak very quickly and I'm quickly running out of time. So I hope you enjoyed. I will see you tomorrow. Have a good day and goodbye.